We're back on the ride.
On D.
Thank you, Shug. I don't know what that was about, but I'll take it. We're back on the ride. Got a little backdrop. Back on the ride, DSN Network, 950 Lounge Live, WR Digital Broadcasting. Again, it's good Saturday morning. This part of 950 Lounge is brought to you by EVT Cleaning Services. 15 years of business by the homie Eddie Bailey. They do everything from houses, apartments, condos, restaurants, schools. You just a lazy person and don't want to clean out your mama bathroom? Call EVT. Eddie will take care of you. Call them at 347-755-4263 or email them at etbuildshomes2007@aol.com. EVT Cleaning Services, when they do it right, EVT is the one to go to. We're back on the ride. Again, like I said, this young lady here, if you follow this 950 Odyssey, obviously, you know, I think we got our chops here at DSN, but we were doing this a little bit before that, and we had some unique quote-unquote studios. Big shout to Tay Moore, no doubt they held us down. But this woman here was there when we first started, and I like to say we've kind of grown together in our perspective worlds, and she's back here to tell us what she's got going on now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 950 Lounge, the love for Captain Hoxie, a.k.a. K FHox. What's good, baby?
It's always good to
Black and white love united.
Oh, boy. Here he goes. He's on it now. Here he goes.
Starting early.
We on that way. We on that way.
Might as well get it on out of the way now.
Dynamite Dewey's in effect.
I saw him prepping that one.
Yeah, exactly. He's like an NBA player now. He's like Muggsy Bogues, he's got a white woman.
I just said black and white love.
But
you know,
Captain,
it's a good
big
thing.
shouts to you. What's going on in your world? Obviously, I gotta congratulate you. I see the Grammys have finally noticed the talents and the attributes that you bring to the table. Talk about that build-up.
Oh, okay. So this year, I became a voting member of the Recording Academy, and so not only will I get to vote, but now this year my song "Daydream" is under Grammy consideration.
Nice.
You going to Las Vegas? You going to California?
Yeah.
Now, how do you become a voting member?
So you basically have to fulfill a certain level of requirements in order. You can either become. There's different levels of membership. You can just become like an associate member where you're just part of it, but you can't vote. But because of the work that I've done within music,
Now, you won't be in the hood category, right?
Oh, thank
Okay.
you.
Best new urban.
Another Robin Fink. What's going on here?
But again, like I said, for those who
That's a
no
great
doubt,
thing.
congratulations.
That's a
For those
thing,
who don't know your story, you represent what's great about never giving up, following your dreams, even when probably everybody that you're close to is telling you don't do it.
Yeah.
I totally respect you. I know you've had that story here before, but we picked up some new audiences, some new markets. Talk about that story. Give me the not the lifetime version,
Right, the
because I know that's a long
abridged
one.
Give us a 2-minute one, because I got
Tell
my
us
tissue
again,
ready.
because people, there's a lot of listeners we have that are obviously, they're music artists or aspiring radio personalities or whatever, TV, movies. Everybody's grinding to try to get somewhere.
Right.
And sometimes it's easier said than done.
Right.
And sometimes when you want to commit to something, you got to just lay it all out and really roll the dice on you.
Right.
You rolled the dice and you won. Talk about that.
All right. I moved back to New York back in 2009, and I was a regional admissions representative for a college out there, and I got relocated to New York 7 months after they relocated me. They let me go. I used that opportunity as a catalyst. It was the first time since, I was 14 years old that I had been unemployed. So I used it as a catalyst to try and do some music. But basically, I had no money because I had no job. So I ended up doing Kickstarter. I raised over $5,000 in a month. And that was really the beginning of things for me. Since then, I've been homeless to finish my projects. I've lived out of my car. But I've also raised over $11,000 in fan funding in the midst of all of that. So it's a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but just staying consistent and remembering my why. And especially now at this point in the journey, seeing how far I've come has been really motivating to just keep going, because it's like I've put way too much work into this now. I can't really there's no it's worth a shot.
You already had Ed crying back. He already blowing his nose like, oh. I was like, he didn't even get to the good part yet, Ed. Hold on there, brother.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who we run into, and we're doing the October Film Festival, and there's a lot of independent people. But again, like I said, the really lay it on the line. I mean, it's easy to say, well, yeah, you know, I'm about this, but you live it. And I've been to some of your events, and I've seen how the things you do, and you know, you buy the cookies and the cake, and you know, you set the mic up, and you do everything. Yeah. And again, like I said, that's to be commended, because if you want it, you can have it. You just got to believe in you. And I mean, again, even with this radio show that we've done, I mean, we first started doing this thing, you was there. We were using Fisher Price mics, and they were just sitting there, you know, with a laptop.
Yeah, you showed up.
Yeah, like, exactly.
That's literally like 90% of it is just like starting.
Yeah,
it's just starting.
The first time you showed up, it was actually a snowstorm.
It was a snowstorm that night. It was it was
on a Saturday night.
I was like, man, I don't even know what show this is. It's about to be a blizzard.
Yeah, you was
I'm going into the South Bronx.
And you was like saying,
at 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, and you know what? And another thing, you was like, what are these two black guys doing out in snow?
And the spot we was at.
Right. I'm like, wait, I thought they said it was wait, I see a salon, I see a tattoo shop.
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
The nail, it was a lot going on.
And the spot you had to go up. You had this big door, like this big metal door, like you don't know you'll ever come back out on the other side, and you got to go up these steps, and then you go through the nail place.
Maybe this might be a setup. I'm not really sure if this is a radio show.
And that's why I appreciate you, because when I reached out to you, you responded, and at that time I couldn't get my mama's dog to come on 950. We wasn't even 950 at the time. We was our last name place. And
yeah, that's right.
I couldn't even say that because I'll get sued if I can't even use my last name and place together.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
There's a lot more people with that last name than you
want to think. But
that means you all popping, like it's already on.
They trying to take this name from us too. You can't have it. You can't have it.
So again, to have you do that and then grow with us, it's been a journey, man. It's been a great journey.
I mean, success is just like the culmination of a lot of small steps.
Yeah.
That's really all it is. And so you look back sometimes and you just realize all the small steps that you took to get there, and but they all add up. You know what I mean?
Now that your popularity has gone up, when you walk down the street, do you feel and people walk up to you, go, "Hey, Captain," how do you feel when people approach you that you don't know? I mean, that is something new now. You got to get used to.
So honestly, sometimes embarrassed. No, sometimes it's because like it's people I've met before from shows and stuff. So it's like very humbling to not remember, because after a while you just do so many shows and you go to so many events, and there's only so many names that you remember, and so like there will be people that come up to me and I'm like, hey,
because they see
the
you,
less that I remember your name, the longer the hey.
Because they see you as an ordinary. Because like I said, you're an ordinary person. I live a life like you live. I go to the store and everything.
I
so
mean, that's
people
all that
see
anyone
that.
is. You realize that, right? Like we're just people. People put like superstars on this pedestal, but at the end of the day,
you're a regular
they breathe the same air as
we eat the same food.
They use the bathroom hopefully the same way we do.
Right.
You know?
Hopefully they use deodorants.
Right. If not,
I'm a star. I don't need deodorant.
Right.
Deodorant needs me.
But yeah, I would say just like I just feel bad when I don't recognize people is the only thing. But I mean, of course, it's been totally amazing to do shows lately and have people come up to me and be like, yo, I saw you 5 years ago. I saw you 6 years ago. I saw, yo, you were dope then. You've gotten so much better. Like,
it's safe to say
incredible.
you recognize us right here. Right?
Not
Obviously.
Because he just got a big mouth. That's why you're recognize. Oh, that's that loud mouth from the beauty parlor.
Your mother be like this. Who is this right here? It's an all-white party. Oh my God.
With the deception.
That's the new thing. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Let's talk about the business side. Catherine,
you already know how I show it. You know how we do, Karen.
Let's talk about the business side of the equation, because again, you built a pretty good brand, but really on yourself. And a lot of people really don't know the business of music. You obviously got the Grammy thing going. You know, a lot of artists probably don't even know don't know what BDS spins is. Talk about the business side of the game that you've become a student of and really helped your brand.
So before really fully going into music, I studied and I have a master's in business administration and master's in management. So I didn't go into it like, let me just make it up as I go along. Like I do have a sound business background.
Turn me up my headphones. That's all you knew, right?
And so I used so much of what I learned in school and just applied it to music. And then I wanted everything to be right. And so every day I would try and learn something new, and I would connect with people that knew something more than I did and take from what they knew and use it and then grow from there and network from that and grow from there. I mean, it's just putting pieces of the puzzle together. And actually this past year, I submitted for South by Southwest to be a panelist.
Yes, you was that.
And so it's called Indie Things Possible, Overcoming Indie Barriers. And the whole purpose of it is to empower indie artists to be able to avoid some of the pitfalls that I experienced, like living in my car and stuff like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think every artist needs to have the path that I had. Like, it's not necessary for you to live in your car for you to be
But
successful.
it does. But what that does do is it grounds you,
Yeah,
and it makes you
of
say,
course.
like, you know what, I can't lose.
Right,
It's
that's
you know,
not an option.
Exactly.
But now, because I've overcome that and gotten on the other side of that, now I'm in a position that I can help other people and say, hey, this is what I did that didn't work. This is what I did that has worked. But and in doing some consulting work with indie artists over the last year or so, I found that in consulting, I'm really just asking people questions. Like, I'm just challenging them to know what they already know. But as indie artists, a lot of times we'll look at outside of ourselves to set a bar. But as indie artists, we are the bar. There really is no standard. The game is changing, and if you're not willing to be a game changer, you're going to be a victim of it instead of a creator of it.
Right.
So it's just about being a creator of your destiny, of your reality, whether you're a singer, songwriter, hip hop artist, radio show host, whatever it is. It's about, being the best in your craft. And then I have to say, I went to this panel at Spotify this week, and it was called Disruptive Innovation. Shout out to Artist Republic. And they gave this panel called Disruptive Innovation, and it was all about actually not being the best, but about taking what's already happening and telling your story and making it your own. Right. Because if you listen to music right now, you see everyone's doing the formula.
Thing. Yeah, it's the same thing over and over.
And do you really feel like listening to that?
Right.
You don't even feel like listening to it. Oh my gosh, it's so hot.
Nobody
Oh my
wants
gosh,
to take a
it's so
risk
hot.
anymore.
It's 20 songs that sound exactly the same. It's so hot. It doesn't. It doesn't sound hot. It doesn't.
Yeah.
And your fans want something different. Yeah. You falling into what everyone else is already doing is not serving your fans or serving yourself or serving the greatness that you could step into.
That's the easy route.
No,
the hard route is to be different.
No, it's not that. It's everybody's scared. Everybody's scared to honestly be who they are.
Yeah, it's
but like the world needs what only you can give it. The world needs
I
that.
agree with
like,
you.
If there wasn't,
oh gosh, please.
But everybody's so scared to
like,
step out because they want to make money. They want to have the richness.
Are you even making money on that?
You're not making
money. That's what I'm saying. Like, is it even profitable?
Somebody told that to Steve Jobs.
Is it
we wouldn't have these Apple computers. If somebody told that to Martin Luther King, people might be still riding the back of the bus. Somebody has to show a no fear concept. That's why, again, I love your music, but your story is even more inspiring because you did that. You have a master's degree.
I got two master's degrees.
Two master's degrees.
I stand corrected.
I love how she did that. To prove it. I got the student
She said, shut up, black man. I have two masters.
She got two masters.
Put some respect on my name on that. So I'm just giving myself the plug for my student loans. Shout out to Sally Mae.
Black man, put some respect on it. You have a black shirt and a black car, but I have two masters.
You could have went and worked on Wall Street. Right. I mean, you could have did anything you want.
She could have had your job.
Ultimately, that's what it comes. My life comes down to that too. My life is my choice.
Right.
Like everything, living in my car was a choice. Everything that I have done is a choice. I could bow down and move in with my parents and move back to Rhode Island. That's a choice.
Yeah. Right. What part of Rhode Island? Was just
East Greenwich. Oh, okay. I don't get nearly as much street cred
not
for
Providence.
That.
So some rough
I get more street cred for Providence.
Yeah, okay.
For sure.
Yeah,
East Greenwich is like,
I don't know.
Don't cross that street.
I stayed downtown by the Dunkin' Donuts Arena on purpose. But yeah, so I mean, that to me, that's the ultimate balance of respect because you didn't have to do that. But what you got to say backstage?
Let's take a break.
You can talk. You got a microphone.
I said, let's take a break.
Say in the mic. Say in the mic.
Take a break.
Thank you, sir. All right. So
the director has spoken. The director has spoken.
Yeah, the little man has spoken in the perch.
Oh.
We're gonna take a quick break.
See, look at that's stuff.
Now we lounge back. Come on back.